You ever notice how your absolute best ideas seem to pop into your head in the shower? Or, when you're just on a walk, not when you're staring at a screen trying to force it. Yeah, there's a really good reason for that. Today, we're going to dive into the surprising and honestly kind of magical power of doing absolutely nothing. Think about that. In a world that is just constantly screaming for our attention, what if the most valuable thing for our minds is a little bit of silence? Let's be honest with ourselves for a second. We are in an all-out war against boredom. I mean, every single spare second, whether you're in an elevator, waiting for your coffee, even just for a web page to load. What do? We instinctively reach for our phones to fill that silence. We just get lost, right? Endless feeds, just scrolling and scrolling. Half the time we don't even realize we're doing it. And then there's that little itch, that constant need to refresh, that little nagging feeling in the back of your head that you might miss something important if you look away for even a second. We're basically hooked up to a constant fire hose of input. Podcasts on the commute, a show on while we cook dinner. Every moment is filled. And we'll tap on literally anything, games, articles, random notifications, just to escape that discomfort of being alone with our own thoughts. So what is that all about? What are we so afraid of? What if this constant, frantic need to be busy is actually holding us back from the one thing our minds need the most? But here's the big idea. What if we've got it all wrong? What if boredom isn't the enemy we need to fight, but maybe our greatest ally? We're all taught that boredom is a failure, right? It's a sign of wasted time, a void you have to fill immediately. But the truth? It's actually a creative playground. It's the space where our minds can finally breathe and really get to work. See, it's not really about having nothing to do. It's about intentionally giving our minds a little break from all that constant noise, just for a moment. So, what's actually happening inside our brains when we let ourselves get bored? Well, it turns out we unlock this hidden creative playground. It's like this. When the outside world finally goes quiet, your inner world gets loud. Your brain's default mode network kicks in, and it starts to wander, connecting old ideas and memories in totally new ways. And that's where the magic really happens. The whole process starts the second you unplug. That's step one. Then your mind starts to wander, forging these new connections between things you already knew. And that's how you finally get to those incredible aha moments. Okay, so this all sounds great, but how do we actually do this? I mean, how do we find these little pockets of boredom in our super busy lives? The good news is this is way simpler than you think. This isn't about adding another complicated thing to your to-do list. It's not meditation. It's about reclaiming those small, quiet moments we've all given up to our phones. It's about just being. Seriously, just try leaving your headphones at home on your next walk, or just stare out a window for a few minutes. Next time you're waiting in line, instead of pulling out your phone, just let your mind drift. You would be absolutely amazed at what you discover. And look, this isn't about being bored just for the sake of being bored. It's about creating the space for your next big idea to finally show up. So the next time you feel that little twitch, that urge to fill the silence, just pause. Ask yourself, what amazing idea is waiting for me in this quiet moment? Let it breathe. You might be surprised by what you find.